It is England versus Pakistan. One last hurrah for the former champions. I'm not using the words defending champions anymore. England saw Ben Stokes come into form, a big plus as well. What are your expectations from that game?
They'll play the same team. I can't imagine England will make any changes. They beat Holland convincingly with a good kind of formation of a team that had plenty of variations in terms of Harry Brook came back in for Liam Livingstone, Moeen Ali bowled quite nicely, got wickets, Rashid. That combination were back to their best. William Wokes were excellent with a new ball. Gus Atkinson back into the side, so you're not going to drop Gus Atkinson surely after just one game. Bairstow needs a few runs, and Joe Root, there's plenty of discussion back home about whether Joe Root is warranting a place in the 50-over side. Will it be his potentially last game in 50-over cricket for England? Again, only time will answer that question. But yeah, they play well against the Netherlands, and I would expect exactly the same team to play against Pakistan tomorrow.
Chris Wokes' form, a huge plus for England as well.
Absolutely. I think he's done really well with the new ball for them. And he needed to. I think he's got a bit with the bat as well in the last
51.
match. Because, you know, and that's been important for them as well, because after if they drop Livingstone, there's basically one more all-rounder that they're dropping for a more conventional kind of bowler. So I think you've got, this is the England team. It's still not performing, firing on all cylinders, but at least this is 70 to 80% of the team we expected when this World Cup started, where they were one of the favourites.
For Pakistan, though, it's a near impossible target that they need to achieve, and Babar Azam to the press said that they have plans in place. Fakhar Zaman, a magnificent 100 in that last game against New Zealand. They beat New Zealand in Bangalore, held by DLS. Of course, they were chasing 400 plus. And apparently the plan is for Fakhar Zaman to bat 20 to 30 overs if they are able to bat first. And from there on, maybe look at scoring 400, get England all out for less than 112 or whatever it is.
I think if they get 450 and they bowl England out for 163, they've got a sniff. I think that's the kind of equation, somewhere around those numbers. They might have to lock some of the England players in the dressing room and time them out. Oh, it'd be fun. I know from these two teams, I mean, Pakistan will go for it. You know, I don't think their cricket supporters will allow them not to even go for that small sniff. England will go for it. I will be studying tomorrow. I'll be studying the pitch because the semi-final's on this pitch in a few days' time. So I'm excited because England-Pakistan, it's always quite a good fun encounter. And England are back in a little bit of form. Pakistan have got to go for it. I will guarantee, right, everyone watching now, it'll be a better game than we've just seen. It will be more exciting tomorrow than the game that we've just seen between Afghanistan and South Africa, which was an old, turgid, old-school style. Good cricket at times, but I think tomorrow we'll see some fireworks. It should be good fun.
Yeah, well, two teams equally desperate, I suppose, for different reasons, will maybe give us a good game. For Pakistan, though, if they have to score big, Fakhar Zaman, Rizwan and Ifti Chacha hold the key.
Yeah, I think, look, they might even pack in one more batter just to make sure that they go hard early. If they win the toss, they just keep going hard early. But they don't have much of a, as I said, he's absolutely right. They have to go for the sake of their fans. Even if it's a 1% chance, they have to take it.
Yeah.
And therefore, it's interesting. What I'd love to see is what England does if they, if they win the toss. Will they bowl and say that, Pakistan's going to go all out? So they could be out in 30 overs as well. And it could be an early one because they're going to take...
I think England will look to chase.
Yeah.
And I think they'll fancy chasing.
Field in that heat?
Well, I suppose they batted against the Netherlands, so they might do that again. But I don't know. I think they'll. I think they quite fancy Calcutta for a chase at night, but they probably will spoil it and bat first. I'd like to see Pakistan bat
I'd love
first.
to see Pakistan.
I want to see Pakistan and Fakhar go out there early. It'll be absolutely carnage. It could be 80 all out. It could be 100 after 5. You're never quite sure with this Pakistan side, but I do think they'll have a go for it.
Do they bring in Osama Mir for Hassan Ali tomorrow against England? Their batting confidence is back.
Shadab Khan, is he fit?
I don't know.
Shadab Khan, all-round leg spin, gives him a bit of depth in the batting.
Probably, yeah.
Harris Routh, will he come back in? Bit of reverse swing at Calcutta. What they have to, Pakistan, it's very simple. They have to put in players in their team who believe can score at a strike rate of about 160 to 170.
Yeah.
And they just need wicket takers. Whoever their best wicket takers are, they'll sit down and go, right, who potentially could get us a 5 for quickly? Harris Routh, he might try, but he has got it in him to do that. He'll be in the side. Anyone that's got that Shah Afridi ability to get 3 quick wickets, he's obviously going to play. That's why I think they'll play the leg spinner Shadab Khan. I think they'll fancy his leg spin and a bit of depth in the batting.
In case you guys are wondering, if Pakistan do bat first and score 300, they have to restrict England to 1-3-13.
What if they get 300?
If they get 300.
Yeah, so what, 113 for only 300?
1-3-13. Just
Oh, 13, all right.
You suddenly thought it was.
I was like, wait a minute, I've been reading the wrong sites today.
it's 313. That's the equation.